Welcome to a ruined chapel by moonlight. I'm your host, Bertold Gambrel, and today I'm reviewing This Shall Be a House of Peace by Phil Halton. Before I actually review the book, I have to share the story of how I found out about it. Recently, Peter Marchuniak introduced me to the book website Shepherd. While reading about Shepherd and its founder, Ben Fox, I came across this interview Fox did with Phil Halton, which led me to poking around Halton's site, which is how I discovered this book. I'm telling you this story to illustrate, 1, that Shepherd is cool and you should use it, and 2, how I find books, which is generally to read a lot of authors' blogs and pick the ones I stumble across. But okay, so what is the book about? It's a novel set in Afghanistan in the aftermath of the Soviet occupation. It follows a mullah who runs a madrasa in a remote and rural part of the country. The mullah struggles to instruct his students in Islam, all while defending them, and the residents of the nearby village, from marauding bandits and brutal warlords who continually terrorize them. The mullah is a fascinating character. Intelligent, wise, but also very harsh, and strictly adhering to the fundamental precepts of his religion. At times he seems quite sympathetic, at other times downright heartless, but no matter what, it's hard to doubt his conviction. Some of his students are dutiful and faithful, others are impulsive and reckless. But of course one feels for all of them, growing up as they are in this brutal and war-torn environment. This book is incredibly dark, and while it is a novel, there can be little doubt that events similar to those described took place, which makes it all the harder to read. It is gritty, unsparingly realistic, and disturbing. And at the same time, Halton's prose is beautiful and haunting, which makes it all the more unsettling. It's not an easy or comfortable read, but it does give a Westerner such as myself a great deal of insight into the recent history of Afghanistan, and how it came to be the way it is. Halton has also written a non-fiction history of the country, which I am considering reading as well. This Shall Be a House of Peace is an unforgettable look at a region and a culture which, despite having been a focus of American geopolitical power for 2 decades, many of us know very little about.